Hey guys, welcome back to another Moy Style video. Today I got the baseball doctor. He's in the city this week and he's doing some camps, so he's actually taking the time to show us some drills that we can do at home. Now, the main two things that we're going to talk about is bad drag, which I hear this a lot with youth players. They have a hard time. Sometimes they lead with the back elbow too early. Now, the other thing that we're going to talk about is going to be collapsing our back shoulder. So I'm going to let you take over.
All right, y'all, how are you? It's Josh Cathcart, the baseball doctor. I appreciate it, man, having me. So for bat drag reasons, okay, bat drag is something that we want to eliminate in the swing. Bat lag is something that you want to be able to create in the swing, okay? And people talk about getting disconnected or the dragging back elbow. Those are the things that are going to cause us to drag the bat, okay? Anytime that the barrel gets away from our body or underneath our hands early, okay, on the backside, we're going to have that drag issue, okay? So one of my favorite drills for this is it's just called replace the elbow. We have it at our camps. We do it a lot at the academy back in Texas. The way this is set up is just, you could use baseballs. I just have a wiffle ball today. Set it up on the inside corner, the front inside corner, and then directly underneath the elbow when the player would be in launch. So however they want to start, they hit launch position directly underneath the elbow. Don't put it up in front because they'll have to end up pushing and reaching at it. Okay? Right in the middle, underneath the elbow, and then just like the name says, just replace the elbow and stop right there. At this position, we should have the knob kind of facing the front, but the barrel is what we're looking for. Up above the hand and closer to the rear shoulder. Okay? If you have kids that do this and they're going to miss it, or kids that kind of pull in and that barrel comes this way, that's where you're going to get that drag move and that cut across. All right, so just nice and easy, replace the elbow. Now getting into the backside collapse, I'm going to come over and just use this wall. Okay, again, you don't even really need a ball for this, but if you want to put a tee out there, once kids get a better feel for this one, you can actually make swings. But the way this one works is just start in launch position, okay? Those of you that follow me, or I don't know how Coach here describes it, but launch position, I want to be balanced with the body. I want the knob or my hands over the back foot and somewhere in this angle with the barrel, okay? You generally don't want to get straight up and you generally don't want to be back here, okay? But 45 degree, however you describe it. Now, a lot of young players are trying to lift the ball, okay? They feel strong, and so this is their first move. They go back, the rear shoulder, the backside collapses, the knob gets going up, the barrel gets going down, their shoulders come up, and now we have either a really big uppercut, or they get back here, and then they figure out they're in trouble, and so they end up rolling and coming back.
Right. So let me ask you this real quick. So if they're doing this drill, you know, people say don't drop the back shoulder. So does the back shoulder actually drop, or?
It's more of the hip and backside collapsing. Now you may have some kids that really kind of to dive in there.
Right.
But what we see most common is they'll get there and instead of being able to turn and stay centered, people talk about staying tall.
Right.
Okay, being able to do that, you see it in the hip and the backside. They kind of drop in this way as opposed to having a true shoulder drop.
Right. Now, do you think, because I hear this a lot too, do you think, and I teach this too, thinking down, do you think that would help some kids attempt to collapse too early?
Oh, absolutely. Now, again, it's all in how you teach that.
Right.
But I think if you looked at most high-level hitters,
right,
and put, lines on their path and everything, you would see down. You don't see very many high-level guys get here and then back this way. Everything is going to have slightly down. Even to the pitch that's elevated, it's kind of this move and then allow the barrel to come under instead of a down. But absolutely, I tell my guys all the time, I actually down to get behind, where we're thinking here and then just allow the shoulders.
So this real versus real.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, feel versus real. I said the same thing.
Feel versus real is real. Like that's a real thing going on. Now, with this, you can actually make swings. I mean, you can get here and then right here, and then they should be able, if you're making a tight turn and you're staying tall, you should be able to make this turn
Right.
without hitting that wall.
Yep.
And then the hands are going to work out and whatnot.
Right.
But even just from here to this position, for most players, can start to get them out of that,
Right.
that fallback.
And one last thing that I wanted to ask you. So I get this from softball players, right? So they talk about the rice ball.
Yep.
So what do you recommend on that? Because they say the swing doesn't turn the same way as a baseball swing. So
I am in 100% disagreement. I think that the softball swing and the baseball swing are elite swings, are all the same mechanically. People talk about the rise ball, and if you're creating a swing to handle one pitch
yeah, there you go.
up here,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Right.
Now, do you need to work on all areas? Absolutely. And if you have a softball girl that struggles a lot with the rise ball, get her on the high tee.
Right.
But we can't just do this, and we can't just get flat, because they also throw pitches that do this.
Right. They drop too.
Yep. And so, to me, man, elite is elite.
Right.
No change.
Right.
And if you do have problem with the rise ball, work on the high tee more.
There you go. All right, there you have it, guys. So where can we find you?
Baseball Doctor, pretty much all the social media networks or outlets. You've got Instagram, YouTube, get over there. You got packages with all of my drills. Website, if you're interested in analysis and practice plans. Got a TikTok, got a Facebook, got a Twitter. So pretty easy to find. Reach out if you have any questions.
Yeah, it's all over. And one video that I would recommend on YouTube is bat drag versus back lag. Am I right?
Yes.
That's an awesome video. It goes in details, and I really recommend it for anybody. Appreciate your time, man.
Hey, man.
Thanks a lot.
I appreciate you having me.
Keep it more.
Y'all be good.
Guys, if you're interested in team camps, like infield camps around the nation, just shoot me a text at 251-509-3815. And if you're in the Oklahoma area and you're interested in private lesson or group lessons, contact me at the same number. Keep it Moy Style.